Before getting into today's topic, let me ask you a question. What are data types and how many data types are there? Just reply me in chat box. I hope you have listened the class on the last day. Just respond me on the chat. What are the data? What are data types? Or at least, can anyone mention what are the data types? Just turn on, just mute yourself. Data types are common topic in every programming language. And I hope you guys know that. Alright. Okay, without wasting time, let's get into today's class. Because you guys will not respond even on like speakers or even on chats, you guys will not respond. I got to know that. Because at least if you guys respond to me, I'll be getting to know what are the things you are in lag, like what you are not understanding, what topics should I tell you. At least I'll be getting to know. If not, I'll be telling you what I want to teach and I'll be leaving. I don't care about your doubts, everything. Better you just tell me if you have any doubts in the previous session, or um, just go with the, can I just go with the today's class? Or if you have any doubts or any questions, or if you don't understand the previous class, if you tell me and about that, I'll be getting to know. Or else I'll be moving forward to another topics. Then you guys will may not be following me, and you may not get understand what I'm gonna tell you. On the day we just stopped at slice indexing and slicing, right? I hope you guys got how to do indexing and slicing. Where indexing starts from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3 up to n numbers. Like it tells about the position of the element. Whereas slice when it comes to slicing, we just get the values which we want, like only up to some part, so up to certain part we'll be getting the values of elements, we'll be getting the elements, like up to some certain part we'll be getting elements in slicing. I hope you got that point on that day. I have showed you even coding also. I'll be moving on to the next topic because I don't get any response from you. I can't continue through that topic. Today, let's go with the count topic. You may be getting doubt what is count. Count is just similar to the English word which where we calculate something. Turn off your mics. If you wanna answer, you never turn on your mics. If we ask you any question or I ask you to, do you have any doubts, you will not turn on your mic, but you will be turning on your mics for stupid things. Right? To disturb classes or to disturb anyone. It will be very disgusting thing. Don't do that. It will be very disturbing to others. I hope you understand. You are growing up, like you have to know. You have that capability and maturity to understand what's right and what's wrong. Count is just similar to the English definition. Like we can say that like what can I tell you? How many elements we have taken? Like I said, list 2 dot count, right? Just a minute, guys. Count is nothing but how many repeated elements were in the list. This is said to be the count. If you enter the element here in count, you'll be getting the written value as how many elements we are having in that particular list. How many times the element is been have been repeated. That's what count means. As you can see here, let's do some let's execute this program. You'll be getting to know about count. Let's execute this code here. List to equals to some taking some variables like 10, 26, or 25. This was separated by comma. 10, 25, whereas I'll take some true. Taking some other value as class or something. True, window or desktop. I'll be taking desktop. You know, right? Strings should be written inside the mm, quotation marks. That could be single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes. They should be written under quotation marks. Desktop. I'll be writing some sort of 10 here again. I'll be writing CPU. I'll be writing some 10 again. This this is all for list. Now let's write a print statement. Print list to the count list to dot count. I want to print. I want to know what is the count of 10. So let me write 10 here. 10. Whole class will be disturbed by this. Okay. Okay. 10, right? Again, we write a print statement. I want to print desktop or CPU. Print let's print list to dot count. I want to print truth on the count of true. Let's run this. Before running, we have to save the file as we do every day. I'll be saving to practice folder, program, save. Then I want to save to it. Oh, sorry, I haven't used the brace here. Let's run it. See what would be the result. You got 3 and 1 because see here 10, 10 and 10. We have 3 tens in your list. It shows how many words or how many like letters or strings or numeric integers or float values. It will show how many types of types of data which is present in this list. You'll get to know the count of the data, how many times it is repeated. I think you are following me, right? You got it. You can see here true was printed only once. Even you can see here true was taken in the list. True was only one true. There is only one true in the list. So it was printed as 1. Where tens are there, 3 tens in the list. So it is printed as 3. Like 3. It just tells you about the count. Count statement is used for telling the count of the number of elements which are repeatedly present in a list. You can also say that list can allow duplicate values, whereas string can allow duplicate values. Is it possible? The string data type can allow duplicate values. Is it possible? All right. String value will not allow duplicate values. String and also okay, let's get into some other topic. I think I have missed it. They have done indexing for list also. You can see here they have done indexing. I'll be telling it in an oral way because see this, they have written 10 Ankit true, 10.6 Ankush and 10. Like they have mentioned they have mentioned 10.6. We should know the what position does 10.6 lies in. You can count here. 10 is 0th position, Ankit is 1, true is 2, whereas 10.6 is 3. 10.6 is in the third position. This is what it means. Next, let's get into insert topic. Sorry. Insert means simple that we can insert any new values into the list. Let's see how we can insert new values. Inserting means just simple, like we insert any value, right? It is similar to the English term like we use in our computer science or in any computer, like when we are using a system or monitor, we use insertion, right? We use insertion process, right? It's just an English term. It is similar to its meaning. Insertion is nothing but inserting an element in a particular position. Here where we insert element, not in, it will not be inserted some other like at the last or that at the first. We should mention its position. Before inserting an element, we should mention its position. I was I want to print Mohan at Mohan's position should be at fourth position. So I'm running run module. You can see here it is 0, comma 1, comma 2. I mean it is 0th position, it is first position, Ankit is at, True is at second position, whereas 10.6 you can see here. Mm, yeah, you can see here 0 is in 10th position, Ankit is 0 is 10 is in 0th position, Ankit is in first position, whereas True is in second position. 10.6 is third position when Mohan was inserted in fourth position. Right. Guys, tell me what's your problem? Just tell me what's your problem. If you are not interested, don't join the class. There's no need of joining the class. You just simply turn your mic on. When I ask you, do you have any doubts or do you have any uh, issues with the class, you will not respond. You will be only respond. You will be talking when I was telling the class or when I was taking the class. You don't even respond when I ask you any doubts or do you understand any topic? Do you haven't you understand anything? If I ask you any question, you will never answer it. I don't want to disable the mic just only in case if you get any doubt or if my voice was not clear, you will be able to tell me. In that case, I was not turning your mics off. Or else I can turn your mics off. I don't have an issue. You will be in loss. I don't need it. It's up to you. If you want to talk, you can talk now. I think you'll be happy now because I have turned off all your mics, right? It's good. Like I'll be not disturbing, and even the other people, one or two people who are listening to class will not be getting disturbed. You can see here, right? We got print. Mohan was printed at position 4. Like if I want to print Mohan at 0th position, let's see. Let's run the program. Save it before you run. See, I want Mohan in the 0th position, so I have uh, entered insert 0 at 0 and Mohan. Like in 0th position, I want Mohan. I have entered the position and the element which I want to make a entry at 0th position. This is how we have to we'll be doing insert method or insertion method. I want to insert Mohan in 3rd position. I'll be running it. You can see here Mohan was at 3rd position. 0 is 10th position, Ankit is 1st position, Vetru is 2nd position, and Mohan is at 3rd position. This is how it goes. Before getting into the next topic, we have a pop as our next topic. I hope you are aware of this pop kind of thing because we used to see this mostly in stack concept. Push, pop. I hope you guys will be aware of this. I'm so sorry. We'll be getting to know about the pop. Like why we use pop is like if we want to delete any kind of element from the list, we use pop option. Like let's see the code. We'll be running the code. We got 10, Ankit, true, 10.6 and Ankush. In pop option, there is a facility that if there is a drawback that it will be writing all the elements like it will not when it will be an unordered page. We don't get in the same order. We don't get the values in the same order. The ascending of values would be different. Guys, it's better if you have any doubts, just ping me on chat box because you are unable to use your mics, right? You can see here we are using list.pop, that is to get the list in an unordered, like will be getting an unordered list when we pop the list. If we try to pop the pop element 10, let's see what happens. We got an index error because we don't have any, like we have only few elements, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We don't have 10th element. So indexing value will not support if I enter 10. If the range, if it cross the range, it will not accept the values in pop. Like if we don't have any values, it will show an error. Let's pop 0, 0th element. You can see here we have 10 Ankit, True, 10.6 Ankush and 10, right? You can see here we have Ankit, True, 10.6 Ankit and 10. Because we don't 10 was in 0th position, so that it was popped up. If I want to pop up Ankush, will be taking the values which from the only given list, like the ordered page which we have ordered, which we have arranged in an order. From that list, it will take the positions of the, I'm so sorry, I want to delete Ankush. Ankush is at which position? 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. It is in 4th position. I want to remove Ankush. You can see here it was printed 10, Ankit True, 10.6 and 10, and Ankush was removed. This is how it works. Pop is just, it works like just deleting option, just remove for removing some elements which were not needed from the list. This is how pop works. I hope it's clear. Right. Next topic. Let's get into the next topic. Extend. As you can see here, why we use extend? for extending purpose. Like just normally if you want to extend any kind of list, we'll be using extend keyword. Extend function, we'll be using extend. So if you want to extend any kind of list, let's change the values. I'll change it to Madhu, I'll be changing this to some sort of Radha, and I'll be changing this value to 7.6J. What I took, list 2 and list 3. In list 2, what we did is we took some elements in a list, that is 10 Ankit's root 7.6J, that is an imaginary number, that is complex float, and Ankush 10. And in list 3 what I had taken is Madhu and Radha. Where when we want to extend the list, so what we do is we'll be taking the list 2 elements and extend with list 3 elements. Let's see how it works. Just run the code in the console. You can see here we got 10 Ankit, true, 7.6J, Ankush 10, and Madhu, and lastly Radha. This is how it will print. And you can see, you can observe one thing, that it was printed in an ordered list. Before, when we are using a pop command, we have seen that it has printed all unordered list. You can see here it shows an unordered list, where in extend command it will show ordered list. This is how it works. It will be adding the, if we add any kind of elements, like in some other, with some other, using some other list, it will be taking it into the last element. Even if you add some numbers or something, they will be printed after 10 itself. Like Ankush 10 is there, right? 10 Ankush true, 7.6J Ankush, 10 Madhu Radha, or some Ram 15, 20, that will be printed after 10. This is how it works. Next, let's get into some other topic. Copy. How does copy work? In list, copy is just nothing but copying the list to the some other list. Copying data of one list to another list. We have this, right? Let's, before Then doing with that code, we'll be doing with this code. I want to copy the whole values of list 2 to list 3. So what I do is, I'll be writing list 2 dot copy and print list 3. I want to get list 3 with only list 2 elements. So if I want to copy those elements to list 3, we use this copy command for adding elements. Just run it, hit on run. You can see here we got 10 Ankit, true 7.6J Ankush and 10. This is what we have in second list, right? List 2. That's how it will be taking this copy command will be working. If I want to, if I delete this, let's see what I want to delete even 10. Let's see what it prints. We have only 10 Ankit 7.6J, whereas Ankush, right? Now let's run the program and see what it shows. It's 10 Ankit 7.6 and Ankush again. Next. Guys, I was telling you the code, but you have to practice. Without practicing, you will not be getting good grip and knowledge on Python. Not only on Python, every programming language need to get practiced. If you practice the code for 1 or 2 times, you'll be getting some doubts. Or else you'll be getting to know what we have done today. Try to practice so that you'll be getting to know what we have done, what it is. You'll be getting a clear scope, a clear idea about it. Let's go with sorting technique. As we all know what is sorting, right? Sorting is nothing but arranging the elements in an order, where it can be either ascending or descending. It doesn't matter. Sorting is just arranging the elements in an order. Let's see how it works. For sorting the elements, we use sort command. Sort function we use sort, right? If we have 10, 50, 30, 20, 40 and 6, if we use sort command or sort function, it will generate from 6, we'll be getting them in ascending order, 6, 10, 20, like that. Let's see how it works. You can see here 6, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is what we get. I hope you got it right. 10, 50, 30, 20, 40, 6, etc. This is what sorting is. Like you will be getting 6, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We'll be getting an ascending order of the list. This is how sorting technique works with the ascending order. If we want to print the elements in descending order, what we do? We just reverse the sorting technique. You can see here where we just give a command like reverse equals to, just we want to reverse the elements. Like if you just we want to write them in the descending order, we want to get them in the descending order. So from descending order is like largest number to smallest number it will print, right? This is how we do. Just reverse equals to true. If you write this statement, you will be getting the reverse order of, like reverse order of the string. It is like descending order of the list elements, right? I think, I hope you will be getting this. For getting sort, like if you want to get ascending ordered elements, we'll be writing only sort. We'll be using only sort for getting ascending order. And if we want to get descending order elements, then we'll be using reverse equals to true. This is how it works. I hope you are clear with sorting technique, right? Next, let's see list inside list. It's not that complicated. What is list inside list? It is nothing but a nested list. We will be writing a list inside another list. This is said to be nested list. We can also say that list has other list as its element is nested list. When we want to keep several sets connected data in a single list, this can be helpful. What they're saying is, like, if we want to have a connected data in a single list, so we can be arranging them in the form of nested list, that is list within the list. And this will be very helpful. This is the method which is very helpful for us to write a list, get a list in list which is connected to it. Let's see. Let's see what it gives. How it goes. I want guys, don't always, I mean, don't exit yourself and don't come again, because it will be quite disturbing, right? Because no one can exit you, only you can be exiting yourself. No one has the access. Yeah, what I thought these lists to be, I want these lists to be connected. For connecting this list will what we use is nested list. We'll use nested list function to make them connected. Before running the code, I'll be doing some changes. I want 10, 13, 34, 1. Arjun and Sweetie. We'll be running this code. You can see here it has printed it has written the same value which we have given. Right, this is how it works. In nested list we'll be getting the elements which they will be connected throughout the code. There's no need to mention them again. We'll be having the same list. We'll be having all the elements in the same list without adding number of list. This is what we say as nested list. The list which generates like same list of elements, where if we want any list to be merged with another one, then nested list is used. Next, let's get into list comprehension. By seeing this word, we'll be getting what is a doubt, like what is list comprehension. Guys, what is list comprehension? It is just a normal English term we'll be using here. Like list comprehension is nothing which provides us much more shorter syntax. In list comprehension, it provides much more shorter syntax for creating a new line based on the values of an existing list. What we do in list comprehension, it provides a shorter syntax for creating a new line, which is based on the values of the existing list. By using the values of existing list, it will provide a shorter syntax for creating a new line. Or we can use this with dictionary, set or any kind of generator. Not only with the list, we can use this with dictionary, set or any kind of generator. We can use this module called list comprehension, where it is used as an alternative of loops or lambda functions or conditional statements. This you'll be getting to know in the further classes. This can be used in in the alternative. We can use list comprehension as an alternative of loops, lambda functions or conditional statements. Or for list comprehension, we can use alternatives as loops, lambda functions, conditional statements, etc. This is how we say list comprehension. Let's see this code. Let's understand how it works. I'll be deleting this code. Let's see, we have a list 2 with names Krishna, Aditya, Likit, Shiva. They are in string format. So A equals to word per word in list 2 if word starts with A. It is nothing but which it is asking us to print the word which starts with A. Let's run the code. Let's see what we get. This is how it will display Aditya. It has displayed Aditya which starts with letter A. Let's try it for N. Let's see what it displays. I was asking that list of variable A to print the list which the word which ends with A. Let's see what it do. Krishna, Aditya and Shiva were printed because you can see here Krishna ends with A, Aditya ends with A and even Shiva ends with A, but Likit ends with H. This is how it works. If I want to print ending letter as H, then we'll be getting Likit. You can see here, right? We got ending letter as A as Krishna, Aditya and Shiva, whereas if we get into H, we'll be getting Likit. You can get the end letters, whereas starting letters, by using the starting letters, it will be very simple to get the code. It is very easy. It is having very short syntax. This is how we say. By using this, we can say that it has a very less syntax when compared to other things, where we can create a new line by using the values of an existing list. This is how it works. Next. Sorry. What is list unpacking? List unpacking, before getting into the concept of list unpacking, let's see the uses of list comprehension. For list comprehension, we use list comprehension looping statements or maps, and even we can see them in the where list comprehension are easy to use, where we use them in looping and maps. These are used in single. This tool is used by single user, or it can be used as a single tool for many users, and it does not depends upon any appropriate thing. These are the uses of list comprehension. What we do is, like, it is easy to use, whereas we'll use it for looping and maps, like loops and maps, where loops and maps are nothing but they are typically regarded as more like it consists where in list they are typically just regarded as Python list. This says Python list. Loops and maps will be very useful. We'll be seeing in the next classes. Where it is also used in it is also used using is very easy process, where it does not depends upon any appropriate things. Any of the thing it will not depend. This is the list comprehension uses. When we come into list unpacking, what is list unpacking? List unpacking is nothing but just assigning list to multiple variables. This is what we say, like assigning a single list to multiple variables. Like here we have some data and processor where we have assigned that list to n1, n2 and so on. Like only we have two elements, right? That's why we'll be unpacking this list to, like assigning this list to only two elements. Let's see how it works. You can see here the code. Like what we are doing is, I'm so sorry. What we did is we have two elements in a list. So we are assigning this list for two elements. Let's see how it works. We get data and processor. What we want to print n1 and n2, right? So if we want more elements, if we are trying to enter print, I want one more element for n3. What will happen if we enter, if we want one more element like n3, how it divides the element? Let's see. It generates an error because you can see n3 is not defined. You mean n1? It is asking me. It has written, like it has raised an error. It has thrown an error. See, name n3 is not defined. If we define n3 like data processor, let's take some CPU or mouse. I'll be taking CPU now. Now let's run the code. Sorry, I haven't mentioned it here. Entry also. So now let's run the value. It shows data, processor, CPU. What we do is take the list of values and enter the list where we gonna enter the elements to the list, whereas we'll be printing them for n1. We are assigning those elements for multiple variables like n1, n2 and n3. This is how list unpacking works. I hope you are getting it right. Next, let's get into a new topic. We have completed list unpacking, list comprehension. Let's get into tuple or tuple. I don't know whether the pronunciation is correct or wrong, but I'll call it as tuple. In tuple, what we do is, like, what is tuple firstly? Tuple is a data structure. It is nothing but collection of items which is similar to list, in which we can store anything like string, float, integer, or any kind of characters or any complex. We can store those items. So what happens with the tuple is, uh, it is a ordered paired, it is ordered set where the elements will not be changing its position when we continuously run the code, and it is unchangeable. We can't change the items when we what can I tell you, we can't be unmutable, or we say it as unmutable. We can't change elements, like we can't insert, we can't append, we can't delete, we can't perform any other operations once we done with the tuple. And next we comes to indexed, where it is the index set, because we get item 1 is taken as 0 index, whereas item time 2 is taken as, sorry, not it's time, it's item, I'm so sorry. Item item 1, item 2, and up to item another, right? We'll take it item 1 as 0 at position, that is index position, and item 2 as first index, whereas item 3 is now that up to item n. Item 3 is taken as second index, like that up to we get n index functions. So here they have given a note. We write these items of tuples inside parentheses. We'll be writing these tuples inside parentheses. We will be writing a list inside of square braces, right? In the same way, we will be writing the tuple inside of parentheses, and each item will be separated with comma, where each item is separated with comma, where in this tuple, duplicates are allowed and immutable in nature. Duplicates are allowed means we have used in list, right? In list, what we did, we'll be using some same number or same element multiple times, right? In the same way, it will allows duplicates in the tuple. We have an example here. Let's go with the example. Let's go with the example here. See, I want the variable to be printed. It's similar to list, no worries. Only the braces, and the only change is it's unchangeable. Like it's unmutable, because it doesn't there's no kind of like we can't enter any data or we can't insert any data. We can't make any changes like append, insert, delete, extend. We can't use these functions in this. That's why they call it as unmutable. So this is how it works. Let's see how it works without parentheses also. Number 417, I hope you have exited the meeting for more than 3 times. I was observing. This is the third time I think I was entering into the meeting. If you repeat it again, there's no need of coming into the lobby or coming into the class. Let's see how it works on this. Let's see how it works. What I want is, I have entered some variables here. I want to know what type of variables they are. We know how to print data types, right? How to know the type of a data type. Then let's run this. Sorry. I have to wait. You can see here it has printed as class tuple because only tuple and list allows you to write string values on integers or boolean type, where the list can be defined with the list method, but here we'll be using some variable method. Right, I hope you got it. Next, let's get into another topic. We'll be having, I'll be telling you today with a few more, some 2 to 3 topics within this happen, or I'll try to cover it. As we can see in that, what can I tell you, list, the copy command, right? This is the same as the list copy command. I'll be not executing the code there. I'll be telling simply where we'll be using variable to define it like 1, 2, 3, true, whereas strum we want to print the same variable. Like we want to copy the variable that we get the output 1, 2, 3, true and ram. We'll be getting the same output. Next, let's go to indexing. variable equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. True RAM. Here we want variable of 4. Where is 4? 1 is 0th position, 2 is first position, 3 is second position, whereas 4 is third position, whereas true is fourth position. This is how we get the position of the element. This is similar to the list. Next, I have completed this. Yeah. Index finding. I hope I haven't told you these kind of example till now. I want to find index of 4. Index number of 4. Let me run this. It is 3. Let's take some other thing because 0, 1, 2, 3. This is how we get the index value of 4. Let's run true. Let me run true. It is not showing the, like what can I tell you, it is not showing the index value of true, it is showing the value of, it's a boolean value, right? It is showing the boolean value. So let's try with RAM. Let's run the module. We got its position as 5. You can see here 0, 1, 2, 3, true is 4, where RAM is 5. It prints its position as 5. This is how we do indexing in variables. That is index finding method. It is the method for finding the index value of the element. This is how it goes. Next, what is set? As we all know, set is a data structure which is the collection of items in which we can represent like it may be a string format or numeric or it's a boolean type. Set will support these all types, and it shows a group of value as a single entity. Where in sets there are few disadvantages of sets. One is it is not ordered. It will not be in the same position. If we run that program again and again, it will not be. It is unordered pair actually. Sorry. They are unordered. Sets are unordered because it will be changing the return value. Like if we write 1, 2, 3, 4 true RAM, if we run this program, we'll get some sort of random, we get some random ordered pair of values. That's why we call set as unordered pair, where it is unchangeable. We can't do any of the operations like delete, extend, append, some kind of insert. We can't do any of the operations in this, and we can't do indexing for this. Indexing and slicing will not work. You can see here, indexing and slicing will not work. Next, and also it does not allow any kind of duplicate values. Mutable in nature is nothing but it does not allow any operation to done with the sets like insert, exit, insert, append, delete, add, pop. Any kind of action will not be used with the set. Heterogeneous elements are allowed. What it means? It consists of many types of elements, like not only numbers. It will allow boolean type, where it allows string type, where it allows some float type. Any kind of values can be allowed in heterogeneous elements are allowed, means any kind of values can be allowed in set. And we write the set inside the curly braces. We know, right? We'll be writing list in the square braces. We'll be writing tuple in parentheses. In the same way, we are writing the set in curly braces. It doesn't have indexing, slicing, or any insertion, append. These commands, they will not be worked out with the set. Let's take this example and run it. Let's take the example as this. I'll be showing everything what I have told you in a practical way. We have this, right? We have 10, Ankit 56.7, true. Right. What we do is run this. No, it will not be done because cancel, because we haven't changed the quotation marks. Let's hit on run. Let's see how it works. What we have here, 10, Ankit 56.7, true, right? After running the code, what we got? 56.7, true, 10 and Ankit. If we run it again, it will change its order. You can see here, 56.7, true, Ankit, 10. The order of the position of this values will be changed multiple times. When we run the code, it will change randomly. And if we insert any kind of duplicate value, let me take some 10. Sorry. We have 10th element in the first position, right? I have entered again 10th position in the 10th number in the last position. Let's run. It will throw an error. What it do? It will not take the 10th position. Duplicates are not allowed. This is how it throws, because it will, if I write one more 10 here, let me write one more 10. I have written 3 tens, right? It will be taking only 1 10 here. It will not take other tens. This is how we say duplicate values. It will not allow any kind of duplicate values. Next, I'm sorry. Next. We already know these terms like add and update. We have seen in the previous sections, like sessions, like what it is. In tuple, we have seen tuple and list. We have seen these commands, right? Add is nothing but we use this command to add some value. Like if I have RAM here, if I want to add this to this kind of set, we'll be using add command, var dot add, and the element which we want to add to the set. This is how it works. We'll get the output as 10 Ankit RAM 56.7 and true. Here indexing and slicing method will not be working. That's why we are not mentioning any kind of um, index position. When we go to update, it is similar to adding. If I want to update coding to the above set, I'll be adding coding in the same way. I'll just use the term as update, where it should be written in the square braces. For updating the value, will be written in the square braces. Next, pop option, where we'll use pop option like we'll use this pop option like what I have told you before, like for what purpose we'll use pop option? For removing any of the items from the set or list, we'll use pop option. In tuples, we'll not use any kind of pop option. Right, in list and set, um, in tuple and set, we'll be using pop option. Next, remove option, remove command, where remove command is used to um, remove the element. If I want to remove some 10 or Ankit from here, it can be done by using remove command. Like remove var dot remove Ankit. Ankit will be removed. We'll be getting other elements as other elements will be printed. Next, clear. Why we use clear? This is the new one, right? I'll be explaining it here. Let's run it. No, sorry, it will not work. Let's run it. You can see here it has printed set. Why? Because by clearing every value what we get as a variable is only will be clearing all these values, so that we'll be getting only set. Only set will be remain, only these plural brackets. So it is showing it's a set. Next, union. Why we use union? Union is used to add two variables or any two sets into one. Join two sets into one. This is why we use union. You can see the code will be using it. I'll be telling this topic. This is the last topic for today. I'll be in the session soon. Listen it carefully. It's the simplest topic which we are doing in our sets concept. I'm not gonna allow the people who are joining just for the attendance. Everything is recorded in these sessions. Like the screen recording and the video recording will be done before the session starts. They'll be started. We'll be getting the every detail that you are present for how many minutes or how many seconds or when you left. We'll be getting the every detail of it. Hope you guys will keep it in mind. What we have taken is variable 1 as some 10 Ankit 56.7, true Ankit 56.7, and we have another set as 10 Ankit 56.7, true Ankit India false. So what we get when we do union to this two sets, just like we used to do in our schooling or colleges, that you can see we get false, true, Ankit 10, India 56.7, because we already have 10 in both sets, Ankit in both sets, 56 in both sets, true in both sets, and again Ankit in both sets. We will be having 56.7 in both sets. So we get extra words like India and false. These will be added here. This is how the union work. As you guys all know that union operation, intersection operation, subset operation in sets, right? This is how it works. It's similar to our mathematical operations. Intersection, next followed by unique, next followed by dictionaries, uh, dictionary commands, what we use. Next, dict items, print commands, modifications, identifiers. Tomorrow we'll be completing up till identifiers. I hope everyone has understand the topics which I have covered today. I'll be unmuting you all. I'll be giving you the mic access. If you guys have any doubts for this session, you can ask me now. Now this. Guys, you can ask, if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. You can turn on your mics and ask me if you have any doubts or any topics. If you haven't understand today, I'll be covering them tomorrow. Do you have any doubts, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me. If you have doubt, just tell me what topic you are. What was your doubt, or else just ping it on the chat box, so I'll be able to get it. Or else if you understand every concept which I have taught you today, just raise your hand or give a thumbs up. Okay. All right. At least few people are understanding, I hope. If anyone don't understand the class or don't understand any specific topic, just text me, or if I give you the mic access, you guys are misusing it. You are making some different kinds of sounds always. You are making some which are very unpleasant to hear. Those kind of sounds you are making, and it was very disturbing to the other people who were other students who were attending these classes for gaining some little knowledge. Please don't do such activities in these sessions, because everything is recorded. I told you, right? You'll be getting into the trouble. Alright guys, you can leave now.